哇，现在任务又没提示哦，那所以是等他明天去上班哦。对啊，等他明天去上班，不然就是你自己去酒馆的长什么，还是拿一个长凳那边找他，是不是？偶尔会在长凳，偶尔会在酒馆。不可能，那是老板呢。对啊，这里有哪一个长凳可以监视他家的，我不晓得。明天早上我们再来看好了，好不好？现在已经4点多了，对吧？过一天看会不会更新哦。先过一天看会不会更。我们晚上呢去偷一下那个德国骑士他身上的装备。有一件事情我很在意的，就是说那个我已经卖14000的东西在他身上了嘛，我想看一下他到底消化了没。有少1根呢，是吧？进步了哦。10K 啊，不错了，不错，他进步了，真的不错。那这样马上你就可以卖他东西了，很方便的。一天呐，他一天就消化了，对，不错。重疾者为什么他卖掉了？这个我有了。这个小叉叉是怎么回事呢？通常都是0的时候大叉叉。这个头盔屌了，其实从买来到现在，它就是对话用的安全帽。对，它就是对话用的安全帽。哦，介绍一下这个好了，这个跟这个差别就是那个刺刺的而已，还有那个颜色的那个不一样，这个比较深一点。没有，应该要说他们两个颜色其实差不多，这是脏掉而已。对。等一下我们会配这把剑哦，钻孔者。习惯了啦，我换剑就习惯讲一下了。你第一人称你拿起来的时候，你根本不太清楚它是哪一把。我们现在要做的就是，他都几点睡觉？我1点好了，好不好？我们要去偷那个德国骑士。钻孔者也是一个很痛的武器，双手刀，长剑类的，攻击力66。西律王之剑是75。圣乔治我还没看过。暗杀，不对吧？果然在这里面啊！点，被发现了。没有，我觉得跟装备没关系。我刚脱衣服再弄一次，还是被他发现。这样就被发现了。米兰纽伦，那也还好啊。等一下，我再看一次。你先下地狱一下哦，好吧？对，我先研究一下你的装备，我都有了。对，我都有了。我一开始还以为我没有我都有，这我都有了。只是那时候看他的脚怎么那么屌而已。原来是米兰板甲。因为从这边看不到那个侧面，你知道，侧面还有个膝盖这边会有个小翅膀，所以要去战马那边吧，对吧？这边有个小小的那个，我来看一下他的长斧，破破的哦。这我有了。活力是之前这个是说你攻击的时候耐力减少30%，但是你的伤害是减少20%， 所以我觉得不要点敏捷武器有效。不用啊。好，那我们就直接睡到早上好了。他的装备没有什么好偷的，对吧？我现在要干嘛？我先去他租的房子那边看一下好了，好吧？那也不对啊，你还在走路呢。不能问话啊！跟踪你的是谁？那怎么办？跟着他走吗？还是等1个小时？
How are you, Henry?
Henry,
你还在啊？
I hope I can.
Well, Master Painter, are you still short of coin?
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you want to buy something? Or throw a few dice?
骰子你一定输啊，对不对？商品的话，哇，他身上也蛮多钱的，500块。
I'd like something to eat.
Enjoy it. All right, all right.
所以我要先找你，不对吧？
I might know where the materials from the monastery get passed on to the forgers.
Where?
Up the hill by Sasa Woods.
Shall we go right now?
No, I need to find out more. I don't even know if anyone will be there now, but you could keep an eye out there. In case anyone appears, I mean.
Agreed.
他现在要出发了是不是？
Here.
他没有马刺哎哦。对，我现在在找拉波塔这个人。你工作路上及回家的时候跟踪他。真的假的？9点嘞，下班啊！我要看那拉波塔跟踪你啊！那你还不下班？耶！哦吼，找到你了哦！你看前面也没有那个学徒啊，对啊，这个人这样神出鬼没真的是很麻烦。我刚刚看错，你大概就是那个垃圾。
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bath maid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course, of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
我靠！等一下。
No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both gonna have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow
Nice.
it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
哦，那应该是我上次在那边跟营地人打起来那个地方啊。对啊，他们说强盗嘛，但是说我要跟他们交战的时候，他们任务失败，志同匠人。好，没关系，我等一下再读取问一次好了。
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself. although Ronoff Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronoff used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronoff only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronoff back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
画面怎么黑掉了？我跟他跑到执政官那边了嘛？是不是？我怎么觉得我等一下会在监狱出来？
God be with you, Henry.
他刚刚说任务失败。哦，好，我回去调查一下好了。我那个铜币制铜匠到底是谁？制铜匠，我怎么没有毫无头绪？他怎么找他的线索呢？毫无头绪。难道我要冲进去教堂里面吗？不对啊。哦，铁匠是好，调查一下当地铁匠。OK。我先确认一下，现在是在，因为我重新读取了。那个人还坐着吗？我没有。
One beer for me.
提醒他一下了，该出发喽。
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
I might up there, but you...
比较可疑的哦。我觉得这个铁匠蛮强的，不可疑。就是如果你有装备坏到0的那个装备，然后有些铁匠不能修，像这个不会修，你就会找他修，所以我觉得这个比较有问题。
What do you need?
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair-hand at everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud.
奥塔大师。
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
他刚刚讲的第一个人应该就是你有修不好了去找他修，就是我刚刚讲的那个。
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
Aha. So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha.
学阿万哈士诶，我问他学徒。
I am at your service.
那就奇怪了。真的是你吗？对啊，真的是你吗？这个就是那个拔牙齿的那个了。
Kuttenberg is far, far away. Kuttenberg is far, here I'll stay.
应该不是他，我觉得他
My humble greetings.
蛮正直的。
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
你是
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
我真的是找对人问了。
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
That will be all. Thank you. Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the monastery craftsman's yard has bought out all the copper.
干扎克，妈 fuck you！ 你是不是有开到动态模糊？扎克，你太明显了啦！哎，还是我们去问一下奥塔大师的，看一下怎么介绍一下这两个人的。奥塔大师手艺不错，所以我都给他买装备。然后最近 1.4 版本那个拉泰的防具又被锁了，是可以进去的，还有一个后门。人称大师，奥塔师傅。看起来蛮年轻的。啊，这就是为什么我一直没来偷就对了，因为他装备啊什么都没有摆在这边哦，就只有那几个头盔跟常见的装备而已。像是我身上这个白色这一件啊，就是跟他买的，那他也没有摆出来。
Good day.
Do you make anything out of copper, Master?
I do a bit of Damascene decor sometimes.
Hmm?
Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper sheets.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach from the craftsman's yard by the monastery. He's bought up all the copper to be had around here
已
anyway.
经2个人都说你铜矿买断了哦，扎克。
What can you tell me about the blacksmiths here in Sasau?
Depends which ones you mean. In the town there's Mikesh. He's a decent man and an honest craftsman. And in the yard by the monastery there's Zach. But there's not many good words I can say about him.
Tell me something about Mikesh.
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman, which isn't something you can say about every blacksmith in town.
What about the monastery blacksmith, Zach?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye. He wanted to buy my business, but I turned him down. Ever since then, he hasn't had a good word to say about me.
That'll be all.
太明显了啦，太明显了，就你啦。
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to
哦
do.
搞完了，他不承认呢，shit。扎克非常可疑啊，对吧？他讲的，我应该紧盯的啊，口风很紧诶。
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
Boy, no, no, no. 我已经不是小男孩了。还要 PK 哦，不好吧？
You're right. It's nothing to me
哎
either.
靠，怎么这样回？
So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgraves
Oh,
around
just
Kovala, investigating a grievous crime against the Crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry.
哦，这嘴巴好强哦。
If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
我穿这样你还看不出来有问题吗？
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
为什么我不直接威胁他爸就好了，知道吗？
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Never mind. You weren't to know who I am. You were just protecting your father's business interests like any good son.
Thank you.
还可以问话吗？
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What?
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copper sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for.
Good day, Henry.
I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. I'd show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, You can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
What's your plan?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otto will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
Then what do I get out of it?
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper, and I'll tell you everything I know about what's been going on.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Do you really think that will work?
Otto's always mouthing off in the alehouse that my young lad isn't worth a damn. Once I show he's just a bitter old bastard spouting hot air, his business will be ruined, and Vitus will reap the reward. What with all the strife in the country these days, there'll be no end of work for a good armourer.
But what if I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armour is light as an eggshell and hard as a rock.
How about if the armour for the bailiff mysteriously went missing?
Jesus Christ. Don't even talk about it. Although, if Otto doesn't agree to the duel, it might be the only option.
Exactly. And if you want to wreck Otto's reputation, not keeping his promise to the bailiff could be even worse for him than your idea.
You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armour gets, lost, don't come to me afterwards. I know nothing about it, right?
Of course.
哦，一个是偷，一个是决斗。啊，我选择把他的铠甲偷掉，是不是？